let's look at some Beastmen. Vintage, Origins, Revelations, and a jumbo one, just for fun. And the character of Beastman doesn't really need an introduction, does he? As far as main bad guys go back in 80s kids properties, he's on par with Destro, Starscream. Like, for me, Beastman is right there with those guys. As a kid collecting Masters of the Universe figures, Beastman was a must-have. I've always loved the color scheme of the original figure. That bright blue eyeshadow or war paint or whatever is just, I love it. And when I noticed eventually that Mossman is Beastman just flocked in green, it made me really wish they made a flocked version of this. Someone make that happen, please. I do very much like the Origins figure. All the Beastmen that I have really pop on the shelf next to other figures. It's just that color scheme. I wish the armor was brighter. I know he had variants, but I wish this armor was a little bit more of a vibrant red like that. But nonetheless, he looks great with his weird whip. I don't really need to say much more about Beastman. He just looks great. And I don't know, I forget who manufactures the jumbo-sized ones, but it's just a vintage Beastman blown up. But I love having a couple of these in my collection. I only have Man-at-Arms and Beastman right now. I really want a jumbo Skeletor. And lastly, we have the Revelations Beastman, who I do have to say a word on his interpretation as a character in the show, which I thought was awesome. He was tough and brooding, but he was also way more complex of a character than he was in previous incarnations. And the Revelations figure is a handful in the best possible way. His headpiece is some kind of creature he's killed and wears the rest of it like a coat. Again, for collectors who are all about the little accessories that come with these guys, my apologies. I get these guys out of box, I set them up, and if they look good, I'm happy and I don't really change much about them. So anything else he came with is in a drawer somewhere in this basement, and I don't even remember what he comes with, because this to me was more than striking enough on the shelf. Do a lot of bees. That is just a quick look at the beloved bad guy Beastman.